Podcasting to the world. It's the CK Mornings In Case You Missed It podcast with Chris, Allanah, and Matt. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. From our mouths to your ears, here's what you missed.
I don't know when this happened. I was born way too early for this to be a thing. But apparently zits are cool now.
Zits?
Zits.
Well, this is good news.
Pimples are cool. Gen Z, the Gen Zers, have made them cool. Pimple patches.
Oh, I hate these things.
Pimple patches are a huge fashion trend right now. There was a big story in the Washington Post about how the little stickers, they didn't have these when I was a kid.
Me neither. Now they're like designed, like they're in different shapes and colors. And
Exactly.
people walk around with them on their face, a bunch of them.
So do you know what they are then?
100%, yeah.
Explain them then. They're little patches.
So these little patches, they're like the size of a pimple, but a lot of them come in different shapes, like stars or hearts or designs and prints. And then when you have a pimple, you put it on that pimple right on your face. But a lot of these younger, even celebrities, are just going out and wearing them. When they go out, they leave the pimple patches on. So you see like stars or hearts all over their face.
But like the patch itself has like a medication on it,
yeah,
right?
that dries the
It's supposed to
pimple,
dry
I
it out.
believe.
We never had that.
No.
And then the original pimple patches were like a clear skin color because you were trying to hide it. You're like, oh, I got a pimple, I'm going to put it on, and no one's going to see it. But you're right. Now they're all these shapes and sizes and looks, and the Gen Zers are just rocking it.
I've seen
I love
young
it.
celebrities do like interviews on late night TV, and they got the pimple patches.
They say owning your acne is a big part of why it's trendy. You could have 15 zits in your face now and show up to school just looking fabulous. Come on. Which, good, awesome. But like, for me, come on.
Well, this is one of those things. I was up late buying, what was that, Proactive or whatever?
Oh, yeah,
I had such bad pimples when I was a kid.
I would have done anything to get rid of my acne.
I
when
wish
was a
I
kid.
could have walked into school with pimple patches all over my face.
When-
I was walking with foundation, looking so obvious, like big orange blobs on my face, trying to cover it.
And as a guy, it was just like
Yeah, I always think about that.
glowing like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
And then it's hard
zit.
as a guy because you can't really, what's worse, like going in with makeup on or having the big zit, you know? At least women can cover it.
Heaven forbid you ever got caught having like a touch-up on or a cover-up on.
Yeah,
Like,
you really had to blend it.
I still remember James. I don't even know James's last name. I hope he's all right because I remember he showed up one day, a little bit of cover-up on a pimple, and it was like, well, that was even worse.
Exactly.
Man, that had to be the toughest part of high school for me personally. Was dealing with acne. I was a chubby kid. I wouldn't have done anything. Just get rid of the acne. I could deal with the chubbiness.
Yeah, it's the worst. And it always seemed to come on the worst day, like picture day, or you're going out on your first big date, and you got a big red zit.
Hey, you got a speech today. Cool. I'm going to grow 7 zits on your forehead. And I was like, oh, no.
Out of nowhere, you would just wake up and there'd be popped all over. It's like, what the heck?
Man, I remember laying with my kids. So when my kids were going through high school, I remember like I would see a zit and I would try to like comfort them. They're like, okay, yeah, cool. Like they well, you know, a couple years ago they were already getting over it.
Isn't that interesting?
I was like, man, I'm like, good for you guys.
Yeah.
Bad for me.
I
Good
know.
for you guys. Now they're walking around with these star stickers on their face.
It's like a pride. They want pimples so they can wear the. I'm always wondering how many people actually have pimples or they're just wearing these patches.
I know.
Because it's cool now.
I'm 48 and I'll get a zit. Is it cool for me to wear a star zit?
I was wondering.
zapper on
I'm
my
like,
face?
do I need to start wearing patches to be hip?
I don't know if I can pull that off now.
I think it's a little obvious if we do it.
I don't know what's worse, being a teenager and dealing with acne, or being 48 and getting a zit and you're like, what the?
We're still going to get bullied.
Yeah, exactly. Come on. I'm still chubby. I haven't figured that one out yet.
I had a little bit of an after work outside the normal routine yesterday. I had to make a drive to Ridgetown. And I told you, Chris, I was going to Ridgetown, but I didn't say what for.
She was dying to say it, though, man. She was like, I got to go to
so
Ridgetown. And then she
cute.
just stared at me like,
I had to drive from Ridgetown to Tecumseh for a special delivery. I went and picked up and delivered 5 newborn kittens.
What?
Wait, don't give us some context.
I sent
What?
you guys some pictures.
Where?
So to
On the
the
phone
group
or-
chat.
Okay.
So there was these 5 newborn kittens, a whole batch of them, that local animal sanctuary here, Charlotte's Freedom Farm in Dresden, posted on Facebook. We need a driver to deliver these 5 cats from Ridgetown Vet to a house in Tecumseh, a foster house.
Where are the pictures? I haven't got them.
Well, they'll come. So
On phone? Okay.
yeah, the group chat. They're sending now. So I saw the post and I was like, yeah, why not? I'm done work early enough. I'm in the area. I'll take the trip. So I drove all the
You're
way
a
out to
Kitty URide.
I drove all the way out to Ridgetown and I picked them up. They had to load them up in the little crate there. And then I brought them to my car. And you never seen me so careful and driving so slow. I was so nervous the whole time. I was going like under the speed limit. I had precious cargo on me.
What were they like? Were they all in one crate?
They were all in one crate.
Oh, boy.
I know, and they were like going nuts in there, right?
Yeah,
and they
no
were
kidding.
meowing like
I was
crazy.
gonna ask about that. Were they making noise and stuff? Yeah.
Hold on.
I'm trying to see if I can get
You
the
gonna play it?
audio
There? See if you can play it.
That's so cute.
Was that? Are you sure that wasn't a squirrel?
I know, they're so squeaky, but they're the cutest little things ever.
Really?
So that was the whole drive home. They were meowing like that, and I was trying to talk to them and everything. I even had my music turned down low because I didn't want to disturb them.
Wow.
Yeah, they're just sitting in the front seat with you there.
Yeah, they were my little passengers. So I put the crate in the front seat, and I was trying to like comfort them or whatever. Then I had to find the house in Tecumseh, which was in some subdivision like I could never find in a million years. I had to use GPS. Finally found it. I knocked on the door. I said, "Is this where the cats are going?" She said, "Yep." And then I had to like carry them up in the crate.
You didn't
and
have to
then-
get like ID or anything. You just left the cats and off you went.
That's what I was wondering. I'm like, how do they know I'm picking up these cats? Like, I could take them anywhere.
Are you
But I
sure
brought
you weren't a
them.
drug mule or something?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I still have. And then the lady that I dropped them off to, she's like, "Okay, I'll bring you the crate back." But now I'm like, oh, so now I have to bring the crate back to the Ridgetown vet, I
Oh, yeah.
guess. Now
Like
it's
a
in my
return
back
trip.
seat. So that was my fun little thing. I did it once for them. I try to help out with this organization as much as I can. I had to drive a pig from Chatham-Kent to St. Thomas.
No, hold on.
What?
Do not start with the kitty story.
Yeah, no
and then
kidding.
follow up
This
the pig.
was like 2.5 years ago. I drove a pig. I picked the pig up in St. Thomas and drove it back to Chatham-Kent. The pig was tough. Like, the cats were pretty tame and meowing a little bit. The pig, never again. This thing squealed bloody murder.
Okay.
I'm not kidding. Like, it was so stressful for both of us.
Can I push pause on this story? Let me push pause. So you saw a ad that said someone needs to drive a pig, and you answered it?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So
Ella the
What?
pig. It said we need a volunteer to drive the pig from St. Thomas
and
back
your
to
hand
Chatham-Kent.
shot up. Now, well, how does a pig travel?
It
In
was
a
in
crate?
a giant crate.
Wow.
And it does not travel well. Like, it was distressed. So it was literally like, for an hour and a half
Oh,
straight.
no.
It was terrible. Like, I was getting so stressed
no.
out. And the pig was getting, and then the pig would fall asleep and it would be quiet. But then it would wake up and, like, remember it doesn't know where it is.
Well,
And it
probably
would
thinks it's going out to.
It was screaming. It was like
Yeah.
terrible. Like, I couldn't get home fast enough for that.
Oh,
it was
my
the most
goodness.
stressful hour and a half drive. And I remember it started raining at one point. I'm like, what am I doing here?
I have so many questions over this. Like, so many questions have come out of this.
Here's the post from yesterday. We need a volunteer driver, 5 sweet rescue kitties who need a lift from Ridgetown Vet to their foster home in Tecumseh. Then they updated the post and said, driver found. Thank you so much, Allanah.
You don't have to like fight over this. Like are the other people that you're like.
How many think people think you are lining up for this? I got in there early enough, I think. I mean, it's not an easy drive. You have to go to Ridgetown, then to Tecumseh. It was a fun little road trip.
Wow.
I wish you would have told me yesterday. I probably would have had 75 questions now.
I would ask for some Pinnells or something.
Yeah,
on the way.
exactly.
While you're out
Stop for
there,
some
why
donuts.
don't you grab some donuts?
It was nice because I don't make it to the Ridgetown area.
So you don't
that
get
much.
anything for it? It's all completely 100% volunteer?
Out of the goodness of my heart.
Oh,
Chris.
wow.
I got to spend time with the cats. They were very sweet, actually.
I still got more questions about the pig, which is 3
That was
years old
I'll
now.
have to find pictures. Ella the pig, and it's still there in Dresden.
Is it?
I think so.
Somewhere dressed in. Wow. That's an interesting story. I guess people are needed, but I've never met the person.
I'm the person.
That's Allanah right there.
Good news. Good news. And nothing but. Here's Tell Me Something Good. Tell me something good. On CK Mornings.
Brought to you by Winmar, 570 Grand Ave East in Chatham. It's the segment where we talk about good things that have happened around Chatham-Kent and beyond every single Thursday morning. Matt, start us off. Tell me something good.
I had to share this in the wake of the CK Can Jam thing that happened in downtown Chatham with all those artists who came to Chatham from around the globe with their spray painting murals and stuff, which, first of all, like, I'm seeing some of these pictures, and count me as one of the skeptics leading up to this, because I was like, what is this going to look like? It's incredible. Like, they look
great,
amazing. And then, but what really caught my eye was this one review from this one artist who took part called Fell 3,000 Feet. It's from Detroit. And I'll just read some of this because it was really incredible what he had to say. He says, as for the people of Chatham and the city, I cannot say how amazing, thoughtful, kind, and generous you all are. There are few places I feel it is hard for me to leave. This is most certainly one of those places. I left slightly choked up and teary-eyed. I don't know what it is your city is teaching in regards to kindness and all these other values I expressed, but it's safe to say the rest of the world could learn a lot from Chatham. Thank you for embracing our crew and allowing us to decorate your home. If I'm asked, I will come back without hesitation. And lastly, to my family at CK Can Jam, I carry you with me wherever I go, so close in my chest.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't
Kind
know. Like,
words.
I hear a lot of negativity about Chatham from people who live here.
Yeah.
And now this person comes in and says all this stuff. I was blown away. I was like, wow.
Sometimes it's nice to see us in other people's eyes.
Yeah, that's the thing, because
Right.
you get wrapped up in your own little world, right?
We're too close to the sun sometimes.
Yeah, to have someone from an outside perspective come in, that's so nice.
Great for Can Jam, and they're going to expand across Chatham Ken. Great. Good things. That's a good one, Matt. That's a real good one. All right. It's my turn. I'll tell you something good. Rowan Agar, Peyton Logan White-Eye, and Drayden Reitman all play for the U17 LaSalle Athletics women's fast pitch team. They just finished second in the U17 Tier 1 Provincial Championships, and they will now head to Calgary to represent Ontario as Team Ontario 2 in the Canadian National Championship in Calgary. A friend of mine shared that with me. So nice. We've got 3 local U17 girls that will be representing Chatham-Kent on the national stage.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, and I wonder if they want to play co-ed rec this week, because we could use some help with the bats. No, congratulations to Rowan, Peyton, Drayden. Congratulations. Good luck to their families. Allanah, tell me something good.
I'm taking us to Texas for this one, where a family in Texas saved a bird. It was an orphaned owl. But now their rescue efforts are going viral because there was a post online about it. And what they put the bird in to transport it to the local bird rescue, a tortilla.
Tortilla?
Yeah, okay, so there's a photo if you can look it up. It's the cutest thing, this little baby owl sleeping in a tortilla. So one of the family members said she wrapped the bird in a warm tortilla and swaddled him because that's all she had around. She didn't know what to put it in. She had to drive the bird to the animal place.
Why do you just have a warm tortilla around?
That's
the only thing I
always
had.
have one going. So the bird rescue place said the tortilla saved the owl's life because it was an innovative way to keep the bird warm. Think about it. It keeps the tacos warm and whatnot.
It's a dangerous thing to do, though.
What do you think, someone would eat it?
That's
Well,
exactly
if
what
you
I'm
see
thinking.
a wrapped up burrito, you might do,
Yeah, I can't
Don't
leave a
put any
burrito well enough alone.
foil around it. But the cherry on top for the story is the bird was given the name Taquito, Spanish for little taco.
If you missed a story earlier this morning that Allanah transported, would you transport kitties?
5 kittens, yeah. No tortillas on.
No hard tacos or anything?
No.
Tell me something good is brought to you by Widmar 570 Grand Ave East in Chatham.
We've got one day to go until the 2024 Olympics get underway, and we've sent a reporter to the scene once again. He's working feverishly. Let's go over to him now.
Well, hello, it's Chris McLeod, Olympic reporter, once again. Matt, Allanah, I have arrived back here in France to tell you all about what's happening at the Paris 2024 Olympics. Hello, guys.
Good
Can you hear me?
morning. Yes,
Yeah,
we can.
For sure.
Technology these days, reaching back to Canada. I'm telling you, they are pumped, and we are ready, and the weather is beautiful here in Paris, France. Those Olympics get underway tomorrow, and Canada has named their flag bearers for the Olympics. Andre DeGrasse and weightlifting champion Maud Sharon, who's going to carry the flag, the male and the females, for Canada at the opening ceremonies. You guys have heard about the difference in the opening ceremonies this year, right?
A parade or something you were saying?
Yeah, it's on the Seine River. They're going to go right down with boats, and Team Canada is going to have a boat, and all the other countries are going to have their own boats, and they're going to go down the river, and their flag bearers will be on the river. It looks like it's going to be amazing, but I'm telling you, I thought maybe they'd have a swimmer as the flag bearer.
You would think so, yeah. A
That'd be
synchronized
pretty
swimming
cool.
team?
Well, yeah, how wild would it be to have Canada a flag swimmer just carrying the flag?
I like that idea. You're over there. You go give him some of these ideas, Chris.
Yeah, I'm going to pass them along once I stop
Please
with
do.
Team Canada. So another one of the little controversies this week has been the Canadian soccer team. Did you see they flew a drone over the New Zealand practice?
No, I didn't see this.
Oh, you didn't see that. So, yeah, there was a lot of controversy. Somebody that is related but not really related to the Canadian team has been sent back home. He might be on my flight back, but he had a drone that was watching the New Zealand soccer practice. And apparently that raised the ire of the New Zealand team. And basically, we have said sorry to New Zealand. And we're going to have our head coach not be there for the first game, and the other two wackadoodles with the drone have been sent home.
So what? They're like spying on them?
Yeah, basically, they were looking to see what they could get out of the. Well, remember we won the gold last time, so there's some pressure to win it again for the women's soccer team. So that's what that pressure is.
I didn't know the Olympics.
You guys still hear me?
We hear you loud and clear. How you doing over there in Paris? Are you having fun?
I'm barely sleeping, guys, with a 6-hour time difference. It is hard, and then still contributing to the morning show as I can. But I am a pro sports reporter. This week I get to be the Olympic reporter for CKSY. Wanted to mention the Olympic Village has banned boozing and partying.
Uh-oh. That's not good for you.
For me.
That's the whole reason you went over there, I thought.
14,000-plus athletes have landed here in Paris. The game starting tomorrow. Sharing rooms and bathrooms, group by sport. Drinking, alcohol, and partying is prohibited in the Olympic Village. The Olympic Village Sports Bar has no alcohol.
I guess it makes sense for the athletes.
Yeah, it would be strange, I would think, right? Yeah. Like Maud Sharon, our flag bearer, she got into, got a little tipsy the night before. So I guess that makes sense. But, yeah, it's a lot. You finish your competition, maybe you want to have a drink, but I guess you head outside of the Olympic Village. Surfers competing in Tahiti are staying on a cruise ship. They've got a whole cruise ship. Yeah, there's satellite villages, too, for these people. So
I feel like the other people in other villages would be upset, a little bit jealous about that.
Oh, yeah, you get to stay on a cruise ship. Yeah. So
up.
Celine Dion, okay, let me get into this. Celine Dion is now there's some concern because we told you yesterday that she's going to make $2 million for singing at the opening ceremonies. Well, now people at the games are saying no, they're not getting paid. They're not getting paid at all. But we're hearing that Celine and Lady Gaga are going to perform together.
Oh, that would be something, eh?
La Vie en Rose is what they will perform together, which I thought was a lingerie shop.
Yeah.
Is that not?
I don't know. I think it is, too. Your French is getting pretty good over there, Chris. What does that mean? Do you know?
Oui, madame. It means rose petals.
Okay.
Rose petals from heaven, I think.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it truly is.
No wonder it's a lingerie store.
It truly is. Celine's going to be wearing pink and a black feather cape is also some of the initial word I've heard about the opening ceremonies. So.
Very good. I'm looking forward to that. I'm sure you are, too. You'll be front row pretty much.
Oui, madame. Anything else I should report on here while in Paris, France?
You seen any bibliotheques out there?
Yes. You mean libraries, right?
Oh.
Oui, monsieur. Mes amis. I certainly do know my fromage.
It's wonderful fromage.
Yes. That's all I've got for you guys today. I will certainly report back when needed here live in Paris, France for the 2024 Olympics. I'm Chris McLeod, Olympic reporter.
Christmas in July with CK Mornings. That is Gwen Stefani. Terry's on the line this morning, going to try to win tickets to go check out the African Lion Safari. Terry, how are you feeling about our Christmas in July so far?
So far, so good.
So far, are you dancing along with the Christmas tunes, or are you like, oh man, why are you doing this to us?
No, I'm definitely dancing along.
Good.
Yay, love to hear it.
Very good. We are going to play a game with you this morning for a chance to win 4 passes to check out African Lion Safari today. It's a game we call 3 Songs, 30 Seconds. And since it's our Christmas in July show, I'll tell you ahead of time here, Terry, that all 3 songs are Christmas tunes, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to play a song. You've got to tell me either the artist or the name of the song, and that's going to get you a point, okay? And if you do this correctly, you get all 3 songs in 30 seconds. You've got passes to the African Lion Safari, okay? So Alannah's going to keep track of time.
Yes, I am.
I've got the songs ready to go. You just have to just yell out your answer when you think you know it, okay, Terry?
Okay, I'm not very good at this.
Well,
got
they're
this.
Christmas tunes. Let's see if you got it, okay? So name of a song or the artist is going to get you the point. Here's your first one. Alannah, we're ready with the clock. 3 songs, 30 seconds. Your first song is... Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle... What'd you say?
Jingle bells?
Jingle bells.
Oh.
Wow.
I
Killing
told you. I
In
told
3
you.
seconds, she got it.
All right, so you got 27 seconds to work with, okay?
Lots of time.
Song number 2 for you, Terry. Here you go. Say it again.
Rocking around the Christmas tree?
Yeah.
Oh, this girl's good.
Nice. So how much time has she got?
Well, she's at 8 seconds,
Oh,
so
jeez.
22 seconds?
22
This is
seconds.
Easy breezy, Terry.
Get the last song, and you're off to African Lion Safari. Okay, no pressure. No pressure. Here it is. You've got lots of time. Name this final Christmas tune. 3 songs, 30 seconds. What is
All I
it?
want for Christmas is a hippopotamus.
I will take that.
Give it
Yeah,
to her.
okay.
Give it to her. It's Christmas after all.
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Hippopotamus will do.
Da-da-da-da-da.
I think they have hippos, too, at African Lion Safari.
Perfect tie-in.
See? Congratulations. You're a winner here today on our Christmas in July African Lion Safari. Way to go, Terry.
Thank you.
Record time, 16 seconds. She guessed all 3 songs.
We've only played the game twice,
I know, but
so
so it's a record.
you're a record holder. I want to get your opinion on this, okay? So this happened to me yesterday, and you can weigh into it, 519-354-8684. You grab your phone, you have a missed call from a number you don't recognize. What do you do? Do you call that number back? Do you just go, well, if it was important, they'll find me? Do you look up the number? What do you do in that situation? An unknown number calls you. You see the number. What do you do? 519-354-8684. That's our number, by the way. That's not the number that called.
I look up the number. I
it
never
up?
call back.
But do you ever get a result with that? I've done that before, and it's just like,
No, it's
Google's
more
like, what are you
questions
looking
than
at?
answers. Yeah, sometimes it's like the weirdest thing. I'm like, there's no chance they're calling me. That was the wrong number or whatever.
Never comes up with Joe Blow services or whatever. It's just, it always, for me, it's just numbers. Google doesn't know what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
I never get an answer.
No, I agree. I never. Yeah. So I look it up. I don't get an answer, and then I wait for them. If they want to call me back, they can call me back or leave a voicemail.
Matt, what do you do?
Yeah, that's what I do too. I always Google the number afterwards, and if it shows up with something, then I'll be like, okay, well then that person called me. But yeah, for the most part, it does the same thing. It's like Google's like, I don't know what you're looking for, so I just ignore it. And if somebody calls me and I don't know what the number is, they can leave a message, and then we'll go from there.
I'll be honest and take it a step further. You're talking about unknown numbers. I do the same if it's someone I know call me. I text them and be like, what's up? Or call me back or whatever.
Rue says, delete if important, leave message to too many scammers out there. Janet says, I block it.
Wow.
I'm not, and it was just a number. It could be anybody, Janet. I'm not saying it was like, you get these calls from like Miami and you're like,
Like it's
oh,
clearly a
okay,
scam.
Scam. But it was a local number. Okay. So this is what happened to me yesterday. And you can weigh in still at 519-354-8684. Mary says, I figure if it's important, they'll leave a message. Good call. So I had to make a phone call to a gentleman in Chatham, Kent. A Chatham, Kent gentleman I think we would all know. I'll tell you off the air. I won't tell you who it is. But I didn't want to leave a message because he doesn't know me from a hill of beans. So I didn't want to have to like explain the message, who I am, what I do, blah, blah, blah. So I didn't want to do that. I said, I'll just reach out or I'll text the number because I knew it was a cell phone. So I called, no answer, went to voicemail, and I figured, all right, well, I'll reach out later or I'll try. 15 minutes later, my phone rings, and his name pops up on my phone. Again, a recognizable person. And I was like, oh, it's him calling back. So I grabbed my phone. I'm like, hi. Yeah? Who's this?
Wow.
And I was like, it's Chris McLeod from the radio station. And you could just tell the confusion. It's like, what? Why? Who? What? And I said, just wanted to know, blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay, here. How'd you get my number? He's a caller backer.
And call back and to say, who's this right off the bat. Yeah,
like,
that's good. That's bold.
Like, was he just hoping to recognize my voice? Or, yeah, like, what a boss move. Just
Yeah.
I'm a caller backer, and I'm taking control. Who's this?
That's
Yeah.
good because if I do call back, it's the same thing every time I say, hi, I have a missed call from this number.
Yeah,
It's just
it's
like
true.
that little voice, too. I always do it.
There's no strong way of doing it,
That's
man.
a power move, yeah.
Power move.
Who is this?
Exactly. Who is this? And it put me on the defensive right
Wow.
away.
Yeah.
And then we ended up having like a brief, quick conversation. But man, yeah. Bezzy says, being a business number, I always check. I always call back in. I guess that would make sense. My personal cell is attached to the business, so that makes sense. Ian says, if I don't recognize the number and they don't leave a message, I block them. People immediately block
people blocking, yeah.
I've never blocked, I don't think.
I've blocked, but at the risk of like being a real estate agent, I might lose a sale.
I was going to ask you if it's different for you, having like a business side of things.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I'll get numbers. So that's 9 times out of 10 I answer it. And then
let's be honest, no random numbers are calling me. Like, who's calling me? You know what I mean?
But to be the caller backer and then just boss move it, strong move.
Who's this?
Yeah, who's this? And I was like backtracking so fast.
Yeah.
Had to try to make it like worthwhile that I called. Oh, it's Chris. Anyway, this person will be on the show next week. So you can figure that one out.
Can't wait to call him again.
Yeah, exactly. Who's this? You still won't know who it is. Our Christmas and July celebrations are confusing some people. This is a call we just got moments ago. Hi, CKSY.
Hi, Christmas in July.
Yeah, yes, it is indeed. We're not giving anything away. We're just playing Christmas music. Just mass confusion this morning.
I bet. Like, imagine literally just waking up, you turn it on, that's the first thing you hear, sleigh ride.
Yeah.
This guy's doing over there. 5 months from today is Christmas in July. Matt's, just to kind of get you a little behind the scenes, Matt's in another room than us, so he's at the far end. Nobody sees Matt. But like where our studio is, it's like a fishbowl. People walk up and down the hallway all day. You should see the salespeople. I think they think we've gone crazy.
Yeah, I bet.
Not a far trip.
Yeah.
We just got another text that says, I love this so much. 153 days.
Really?
People, I think more people than not are enjoying it.
So for me, July 25th is like my Christmas. You know, people look forward to Christmas all the time. July 25th is like peak summer season. Why are we wishing this away?
Oh, I don't think we're wishing it away. I think we're just
both.
warming up, getting ready for 5 months from now. Matt is such a Grinch on it today.
Yeah. Welcome joy into your life for once.
I think we should just do this randomly just to get Matt's reaction. I think
This
that's
is
even
what
more
this is
fun.
like the weather I dream of on December 25th.
Oh, wouldn't this be great though for Christmas? Like, could you imagine what it is?
This
That's
is
what
what
I
it's
should
like
start
if you
doing.
live in Florida, probably, and it's Christmas time. It's nice and sunny out, but these Christmas songs are good.
So there was a summer camp in North Carolina that is widely believed to be credited with the origination of Christmas in July. You always hear, Christmas in July, come buy your mattress for cheap today. Or a car lot has, yay, 25% off used cars, Christmas in July sale. We've done crazy. It's always something like that. But this camp had kids out in the middle of the summer, and they thought, hey, what better way to do this than have some fun, and we'll throw some Christmas music on. We'll do Christmas in July. This was many, many, many years ago. And, well, it's kind of stuck around. It's become a thing. Didn't the Barnstormers, wasn't that the game?
Yeah, that was their theme, I think, like last home game, whenever that was.
Yeah.
But it's kind of nice because you get the Christmas spirit and the jingle jingle and the joy of it, but you don't have to worry about the weather and this and that. It's like the best of both worlds. However, we did just get 2 texts in. Ian and Karen both says, I'm siding with Matt. I agree with Matt.
Oh, here comes Matt Nation.
Yes.
Here they come. You know what's tough is Christmas in July is finding eggnog because it's not readily available in July. I thought, how cool would it be if I brought in some eggnog today? Yeah, I couldn't find any.
I really like this text from Brittany. She says, my birthday is Christmas Day. So this is like a double birthday for me. Thanks
There
for
you
the
go.
Christmas music. It made my morning. Happy birthday and Merry Christmas.
And Jesus, too. Man, everyone's celebrating their...
I wonder what he thinks.
Yeah, he's like, I get double
He
birthdays.
loves it.
This is awesome. We have a very special guest that is going to join the show. He's been on the show before. I don't want to say too much because I don't know if Matt knows yet. So, and I don't know how he's going to react to this guest actually. But he's been on the show before. But I thought it'd be good to have him on today.
Okay.
He might have a thing or two to say to Matt.
I think he's enjoying this very much.
Well, we'll find out who that is. Our special guest coming up for Christmas in July at 8.
It's not Christmas, but it's here.
It is Christmas in July.
Can't be.
Christmas in July.
July? No thanks.
Christmas in July.
It is Christmas in July. It's the first ever CK Mornings Christmas in July show. 5 months today is Christmas Day. And we've been playing some Christmas tunes.
Getting
and talking
in the
about
spirit.
Christmas. And we're not going to keep this up for 5 months. Let's just let you know that. This is one time. We'll double back in like November. Matt has not enjoyed his time.
He's a little Grinch back there.
But we said we have a special guest going to join us. And he's on the line right now. We're lucky to get this guy. Oh, look
Could
at
it be? No way.
It is Santa Claus. Hey,
Well,
Santa.
Merry Christmas in July to everybody.
We are so happy to talk to Santa Claus.
Yeah, long time no talk.
Well, that's for sure. It's been, it must be about, 7 months?
Yeah, we usually don't get back together until like November, December.
No, that's
but
right.
It's nice to talk to you here. What does Santa do? What is Santa doing for Christmas in July? You got anything special going on July 25th?
No, it's just a lot of work has really ramped up, of course, because 25th only being 5 months away. However, I have had a very nice Christmas or nice vacation this year.
Where does Santa go on vacation?
Well, I'm sure it'll surprise you, but I like to go to Christmas Island.
Oh, makes sense to me.
1,500 kilometers northwest of Australia. It's wonderful.
Don't give it away.
That sounds lovely.
Oh, I'd be glad to see anybody who wanted to drop by.
You wouldn't recognize him probably.
Well, I was just going to ask that.
Is that Matt that I just heard tune in?
The Grinch
boy.
has spoken.
Matt, did I understand that you're not really big into Christmas music?
I'm big into Christmas music on Christmas.
Oh, my goodness. Christmas isn't just... It's not really just a day. It's a frame of mind, Matt.
Yeah.
You've got to get into that frame of mind.
Okay.
Someone's going to go on the naughty list,
Yeah, I
think,
feel like
Santa.
I'm getting scolded now in a very
be
kind
a good
way.
boy, and we'll protect your position on the good list.
All right.
So when you go to Christmas Island, Santa, I got to ask. So we talked to you over, the holiday season. Does
Yes.
the beard come off? Is that like, does Santa shave it off, and does he, get a tan? What goes on?
Oh, it just trims a little bit, and I use one of those, those reflector mirrors to get up underneath it, just so that everything's even.
It's manscaping, Santa style.
That's what it is. You're right, Chris. You've got all the answers as usual.
Kids are on summer vacation right now, Santa. I know you're always keeping an eye on them, but when do you start working on that naughty and nice list?
That list, Allanah, gets worked on 365.
Oh boy.
It is right on the forefront of all the activities on a daily basis. So kids, it's very important that they realize that. It's not just to be good at Christmas. It's continuous checking on that list. So it's important that they be good all year round.
Well, that's a good question. Like, what's the list like comparatively to last year? Are we like heavy on the naughty side, heavy on the nice side? What are we looking at going into the 2024 season?
Well, as we're getting closer to Christmas, of course, the levels fluctuate. It's a bit like a graph. You know how you'll have peaks and valleys?
Yeah.
So that's exactly what the good and the naughty list looks like. But there's generally more on the good list than the naughty list, and the ones on the naughty list get changed. They get moved up to the good list.
Good.
We talked about what you're up to, Santa, throughout the summer. How tough of a boss are you, though? Do the elves get some time off, or do you make them work in the workshop during the summer?
Oh, they work in the workshop, but everybody gets their time off appropriately, that's for sure. No question about it. And if they're really good, if they do some extra work, well, then they get an extra few days off.
Nice.
The big job, of course, is fixing up the reindeer pens over the holiday, or over the time leading up to the holidays. So the ones that work really hard in those pens, well, they get extra time.
Nice. Santa, we don't want to keep you too long. I know you're busy year-round. We're lucky to get the time we talk to you whenever we can.
Chris, I tell you, it's always a pleasure for me to hear from you and Matt and Allanah, and I hope everybody in Chatham-Kent is enjoying this wonderful summer, and I'll look forward to being back here in 5 months.
Oh, we're looking forward
see
to
ya.
it. Merry Christmas in July, Santa.
Thank you, Chris, and Merry Christmas in July to all of you. Ho, ho, ho.
Listen online every weekday morning at 94.3 CKSY.com. Weekends on in case you missed it, or tune into the podcast weekdays. Subscribe, rate, review, and tell your friends all about the CK Mornings in case you missed it podcast.